Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. This is Tarot by Melissa, and in today's video we're going to be looking into your next romantic relationship. So this will be just kind of a fun reading that will kind of give us a look into the next romantic connection that you may be potentially encountering into, and a little bit about the person. So if that's something that seems interesting to you, then keep on watching. Getting into our disclaimers, keep in mind guys, this is a general reading. And tarot readings like this should really be taken for entertainment purposes only. Please make sure that you're not allowing it to get you upset or, keeping yourself stuck or waiting around for something that a general tarot reading is predicting out for you. Remember, energy is always changing. The future is not set in stone, and you have free will to make your own choices and decisions. So if something in the reading isn't resonating, please don't allow it to get you upset. Remember, it's a general reading. It cannot and will not resonate with every single person who views it. So again, just take it for fun, and if you see something predicted out for you in this reading that you don't like, you can just always say no if that person does come forward towards you. Okay? If you guys did want to book a personal reading, all the details on how you can book one with me will be linked in the description box down below. Personal readings are a great way to get a more specific and accurate read on your own personal situation or question. All right, so let's go ahead and get into our pile selection. So for today's reading, we're working with a choice between 3 different piles. For pile number 1, we have the Stone People. For pile number 2, we have the Lake. And for pile number 3, we have the Fog. So I want you guys to take a deep breath. Think about your next romantic relationship. Who's coming towards you? What do you need to know? Go ahead and select the card that you feel the most intuitively connected to, really selecting with your gut instincts versus what the card says on it. And once you've made your selection, you can scroll down to the description box below to locate the timestamp that will take you to your chosen reading. See you guys there. Hey pile 1, and welcome to your reading. If you guys selected the Stone People card, this is going to be your reading. So we're looking into your next romantic relationship. Always bearing in mind, guys, these are general readings meant for entertainment purposes only. So take that as it resonates for you. So we're starting off here with the overall energy of the Stone People. We have the energy of Dignified. And then we have the energy of Juno. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab the tarot cards, and then we'll get into this energy. We're going to be working with a lot of different decks today too. So, okay, Spirit, please tell us a little bit about pile 1's next romantic relationship, starting off with just telling us about the relationship itself. What do they need to know about this connection? Ooh, Ace of Cups. Tell me a little bit about my pile 1 viewer and their energy with regard to this connection. We have the Empress, beautiful. For pile number 1, please show us their person's energy. Who's this person that they're connecting with? Ooh, we have a 5 of Pentacles. Okay. All right, guys. So getting into this energy, I definitely can see that this relationship that's coming into your life is bringing in a lot of potential for new love. I do see with that Ace of Cups that this is a new opportunity for love to come into your life. There's a lot of abundance here. There are romantic feelings here for sure. And I definitely see you, my viewer, with the Empress coming in to this connection in a really great position, especially here with Dignified, right? This energy of being in the Dignified is talking about being in your power. It's talking about you being quite well positioned. I feel like my pile 1 viewers have likely had to go through a lot of lessons in love leading up until this point, or maybe you guys have just gotten out of like a tougher cycle as it pertains to your love life. I feel like you guys have dealt with a lot of confusion or illusions maybe in relationships, because we have a lot of clouds here. And especially when I'm looking here at the Dignified card, you guys can kind of see that there's this throne sitting here, but it's above all the clouds. When I think of clouds, I kind of think of confusion, or I think of things kind of shifting, like shape-shifting in a way. Clouds are also easily blown by the wind and the elements, right? They're movable. And so I feel that you guys are in this place of strength where like you are coming into this next relationship, first of all, in an immense amount of self-love and self-respect and care for yourself, but also in this place of like moving beyond the illusions of the past, right? I feel like this group with the stone people, like maybe in the past you guys have been like duped or you've had like the rug pulled out from under you with regard to connections, because maybe there was like this tendency to be a little bit naive or too trusting, or maybe this tendency to kind of project onto the person like what we wanted them to be versus what they were actually showing us. You know, the stone people is telling me that coming into this next relationship, you guys are going to be a lot more, I don't want to say cautious, but the word on the card is the correct word. It's vigilant, right? Vigilance really talks about being aware, having open eyes and open ears, and seeing things really as they are. Vigilance allows us to catch red flags, but vigilance also allows us to detect potential like really good opportunities for us as well. So it's twofold with vigilance. It's not necessarily about being paranoid or anxious that somebody's going to hurt us. It's just about being aware and attuned to the situation, right? Being able to be still and calm and kind of stoic about it. Maybe not stoic, but just kind of calm and still and perceptive of what's happening. So you guys are coming into this next connection with the Empress card. This is a very beautiful energy of self-love and really leaning into that divine feminine, right? Maybe this group, maybe it's taken you a little bit of time to get into this place where you feel really comfortable with receiving love, the energy of being nurturing, the energy of creation in relationships, right? But I actually kind of see too, like there is a little bit of a dynamic here with this person where like you guys could be somebody who is really nurturing this person in a certain way, because the person that you guys are connecting with here is showing up in a Five of Pentacles. This is not somebody who's really in the best place, right? Now we're going to get more information here in a minute, but this is definitely a person who is kind of down and out, going through a tough time in their life. This could have to do with financial challenges. It could just have to do with other types of challenges that life has thrown at us, you know. And this person, this is like a struggle with low self-esteem here, okay? The interesting thing, though, about this person is that, like, they're sitting here in front of this door, which could theoretically open up for them to a new chapter, getting them out of the dark. The key is literally like right there. So you guys might actually be helping this person to find the key, right, to unlocking the next door to the next chapter of their life through this romantic connection here. I think with Juno coming up as well, this is going to be a connection where you all are really looking to ensure that this is a connection that's going to be like an equal balanced partnership, because Juno energy being here can be talking a little bit about like the types of things that we commit to. And it also talks a lot about balance in relationships. It talks a lot about making sure that you're not losing yourself in a relationship, or that you're not, you know, overworking yourself and not spending time with your relationship, or, you know, not having your own identity within the relationship. And so I do think that there is something about this striving for balance that you guys are really well positioned to attune for as you're connecting with this person. Let's go ahead and just jump in with a little bit more information here. I am a little concerned about that Five of Pentacles, is especially when we think about balance. You know, this is definitely a person that's not in the best place. And so, and you're in a very empowered place here. So my concern looking at this energy is that this might cause you to have, like, to see red flags about the ability for balance to occur. So let's see. For pile one, tell us a little bit more about their next romantic relationship. Okay, we've got time apart. Some distance will help to bring clarity. What else? We have go slow, take time to get to know each other, and then we also have spiritual lesson. We have passion. So there's definitely a passionate feeling here. This could be a person that you guys like share a certain like interest with too, I'm thinking. Now, okay. For some of you guys with this time apart energy being here, I am wondering if this is a person that you already know in some capacity, that maybe you have connected with in the past and might be reconnecting with here in the near future or the future whenever this unfolds for you, if you choose to take this path. So it's like, again, going back to the clouds, like I'm really getting for pile 1 that you're going into this connection with a lot of clarity. You've had maybe some time or distance from this person or similar situations or similar energies to this person, to where you are very clear-minded about how you're going to approach things going into this. Okay, you're clear about what it is. This is a spiritual lesson, and I do think the lesson is around being vigilant. It's around balanced partnerships, and it's around leaning into your strengths and not necessarily waiting for someone else to make the decisions for you, right? Because the Empress, even though she is the divine feminine, it doesn't mean she just doesn't do anything in terms of leadership, right? This would definitely be a person who values themselves and who knows their worth, right? And so if a situation is not nurturing this feminine energy, this is a person that's going to be comfortable to see it clearly and move away from that. It's going to be like a person who's almost how have I seen it phrased before? Like, you guys know when, like how deer, for instance, like a doe or a deer, they're very skittish in a lot of ways when they feel threatened, right? So like, I feel for you guys that like you're in such a place of loving yourself and knowing your worth that the second you see this person or any person show signs that they're like they're going to be a threat to that, you're just going to be like, shoo, you're just going to like be skittish and like fly away from it. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but I definitely think that this person, because of the fact that they're like in this kind of tougher situation, whatever it is for them, this will be a slow moving connection here. This will definitely be a connection where you both will be really taking your time to kind of see how things unfold and to see how each of you feel about it. Let's continue. For zodiac signs, we have Taurus. We have earth energy and water energy here, but we also have a lot of clouds. So there's a lot of air energy here too, in my opinion. Let's see. Let's take a look at my viewer and the way my viewer is showing up to this connection, please. We have the angel, helping those in need with no expectation of return. You see, like, you are very much showing up as a healing energy to this person. Okay, let's look at their energy. Show me their person's energy. The prince. See, I knew there was going to be something about them that would be attractive to you guys. We've got romantic charm and potential for power. You see, so this person, they're very charming. I think they're very romantic, especially with the Ace of Cups. Like, there are definitely romantic intentions here, but this will be slow moving. And I do believe, again, that it's because this person is either struggling with self-esteem issues, self-worth issues. Like, they just seem to really shrink or shrivel in your presence because they see you as being like really up on a pedestal and being like a little bit above them, like on your throne in a sense. So I think in a sense, this person might really adore you. And like maybe they are very romantic and shower you with gifts and stuff like that, or little tokens like flowers. But they have stuff that they're needing to work out with their self-esteem or just like their personal life in general. Okay, so let's continue. Tell us more about this connection for pile 1, their next romantic relationship, please. Tell us about this next connection coming in for pile 1. Ooh, we have kisses. You guys, this definitely has a lot of potential to like be a person that you really fall hard for, I feel. Let's see. I'm going to look at your energy. There's definitely love here. There's definitely affection here. Chemistry, romance, like all the things are present. Show me my viewer's energy. Ooh, we have the mask. Okay. Show me their person's energy. We have karmic relationship. Interesting. You guys might be a lesson to your person. I think there's part of you, because of this vigilant energy being present here, I think there's a lot of love, there's a lot of affection, there's a lot of romance between the both of you. But I think you, my viewer, are trying to go into this a lot more discerning than you have in the past, especially if this is a past person. Now, for some of you, again, I'm getting that it's more like a similar energy, like a new person with similar energy to past people that you've dealt with, right? But for some of you, it is a person you've already kind of like been down this road with before. So I think that you're kind of going into it like a lot more discerning than you did before. You might not be fully wearing your heart on your sleeve. Even when I'm looking at this angel energy, you see how she's kind of closing off. She's got her arms crossed, right? This is a very protective energy. So you're very much protected over yourself. And engaging in this connection, taking it slow, but making sure that you're being more discerning than you've been in the past. I think that this person is showing up as karmic relationship because I think that you are karmic relationship to them. I think there's something about interacting with you that triggers this person. I think there's something about your energy that is pushing this person to learn some sort of lesson about themselves. And I wonder if it has to do with like masks on their side of things too, right? Because this person is kind of showing up as this prince energy of being really romantic and charming and like aggrandizing and all these things. But deep inside, they don't feel very good about themselves, right? So there's something about authenticity that I think this person needs to really work out and work through. And maybe connecting with someone like you is pushing them to confront those triggers. So interesting, pile one. Let's close it out with this little deck right here just to get some clues as to who this person is, maybe what their sign is, what their intent is here. Okay, tell us for pile one, who is their next romantic partner? Who is this person that they're connecting with? We have long-term. Okay. Who is this person for pile one? We have Cancer energy. Okay. Who is this person coming in next for pile one? We have Year of the Dragon. Yeah, this is definitely a person who's really like fun and charismatic. Maybe they're a bit artistic. Like I was kind of getting there might be some sort of hobby or interest that you guys share together. I think water energy as well. So definitely seems like someone who has long-term intentions. This could also be saying that this is a person that's been in your life already for a long time, especially if this is a past person. This could end up being a long-term connection for some of you guys, potentially. I'm just kind of like wanting to know what this Five of Pentacles is about. I feel like I'm going to pull one more card for you guys for that because I'm just like, what is going on? What is the Five of Pentacles for this person? What is this talking about? Tell us more. I kind of feel like for some of you guys, it could be like abandonment issues with this person, or maybe if this was someone you all had connected with in the past, maybe you had cut things off with them and they felt kind of like abandoned by you in some way. Let's see. Oh, wow. The Six of Cups. Yeah, it's something about the past. We have karmic energy coming up twice on their side because the Six of Cups is also like past life connections. Even if this is like a new person, you guys might have some past life energy with them. And now's your time to kind of meet up in this lifetime to kind of work through whatever that is. But it's definitely something to do with the past, with the Five of Pentacles. Maybe something from when they're a little boy or a child, you know, that's impacting them as they connect with you. Well, pile one, this is really interesting. So comment below. I'd love to hear from you guys how you feel this aligns with your love life and if you have any idea of who this person might be. So comment below and let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll be updated when I post the next reading, and I look forward to seeing you there. Bye. Hello, pile two. If you guys selected the lake, this is going to be your reading. So we're looking into your next potential romantic relationship, should you choose to go down this path. Always keep in mind, guys, that these readings are general and for entertainment purposes only. And with that, let's get started. So overall energy, we have the lake, which is the keyword of stillness. We have debilitated coming up. And we have Pallas Athena coming up. So let me pull some tarot cards and then we're going to jump into these energies. Okay, so tell us a little bit about pile two's next romantic relationship, starting off with the relationship itself, please. Tell us about pile two's next romantic relationship. Queen of Wands. Definitely a contrasting energy to that lake. So let's see what this is about. Tell us a little bit about my viewer for pile two. Tell us about their energy as it pertains to this connection. Nine of Cups. Tell us about their person. The King of Cups. Interesting. Okay. We have a lot of water energy here. We also have air with Pallas Athena. This is giving me air energy. And then fire with the Queen of Wands. More water, though, than anything with these cups and the lake. So emotions coming up here with this connection, which makes sense because we're asking about your next romantic relationship. So we would hope emotions would be part of it. So all right, so let's get into this pile two. So I feel like there's going to be something about this relationship that is going to challenge you in a certain way, because debilitated coming up basically is saying to me that something about this relationship is maybe testing your comfort zone a little bit. I feel when I tap into the energy of you, my viewer, that you guys might be really like high energy with this Queen of Wands, really vibrant. You might be somebody who really likes to be on the move. I also feel with this Nine of Cups here that you may be somebody coming into this reading who has been really enjoying just being single and just only answering to yourself and just fulfilling your own wishes, right? Without having to worry about anyone else in your life, which is totally normal. And so I think there are going to be some challenges that come up in this connection with like maybe maintaining your sense of independence outside of connecting with someone else. I also think that this person that's coming in for you is really zen with this King of Cups. This is a really zen person. You can see he's here with like his singing bowl. He's like sitting in the water. He's like in tune with his emotion. He's in tune with his higher self, right? And I think that that is a different energy for you. I think part of like what might be a little bit uncomfortable is the fact that this might be a connection that's very like zen, right? There's like not a lot of activity or craziness. The lake energy coming up of stillness is asking you to kind of take pause and reflect and really quiet your mind as it pertains to this situation. Because again, I keep feeling like you guys might be always on the go. With Pallas Athena coming up as well, this is like really strong feminine energy, Pallas Athena. Like this is confident energy. This is somebody who is able to compete with the boys, who's not afraid to compete with the boys, right? Like they can go into a situation and they can be really confidently spoken and they can beat them at their own game kind of thing. This energy is also quite strategic. It's quite analytical. You know what I mean? So there's definitely a lot of strength that this pile has in terms of like the way you communicate, the way you think about things, the logic, the strategy behind the work that you do, or just the way you think about life. But I feel like what's challenging for you during this connection is going to be quieting your mind a little bit and just being with your emotions, being still, okay? The great thing though about this debilitated energy is that even though it's kind of pushing you out of your comfort zone, it's allowing you to flex and grow a new skill. Like you're flexing a muscle that needs to be worked, that hasn't been worked in a while, okay? So again, maybe some of you guys have been single for a while coming into this reading, pile 2. And so getting into the emotional stuff of a romantic relationship is going to feel maybe a little bit uncomfortable because you're used to being on your own. Now, the connection itself with the Queen of Wands, you know, I do think that this is going to be a really passionate connection. I think there's going to be a lot of chemistry between the both of you. There's definitely a spark, like a magnetic attraction that's here between you and this person. I think a part of you, my viewer, may feel as though you're getting everything you wanted out of a connection. Or again, I'm still getting that there's an emphasis on making sure that you can get everything you want outside of this relationship here. Having everything your way, or having everything the way that you like it to be, so that you can feel the most emotionally fulfilled. This person is super just chill. Super chill energy. I kind of feel like you guys might bond over like spirituality or spiritual practices though. I think that could be something that you share with this person. Let's continue for pile 2. Tell us more about their next romantic relationship, please. We have longing. Someone is secretly yearning for you. Okay. We also have fate. This is a destined partnership. Very interesting. So you're supposed to connect with this person. It's giving Wheel of Fortune energy with fate. Like, I kind of wonder if for some of you guys, you might meet this person just kind of out of the blue, like maybe unexpectedly. But, or maybe it comes together a bit unexpectedly. But there's definitely this energy of longing coming up here. I could see it coming up on your end, pile number 2, because sometimes the 9 of Cups is like when we're really, you know, like, especially if it were to come up in the reverse, this would be us like longing for some sort of emotional fulfillment outside of ourselves, right? Someone else to kind of fill our cup. And I do think that's part of what's drawing you to this person, is that it feels like you're getting some sort of wish fulfilled, some sort of immediate need being fulfilled by connecting with this person. It could be like physical attraction stuff too. Sorry, just give me a moment. Let's go right into these archetype cards next, because I feel like I want to see a little bit more about each of you and this person. What's going on here? To me, though, it's interesting, pile 2, because I feel like your energy is coming through a lot stronger than your person's energy in this reading. Your person just seems very chill, very zen. Like, whatever lesson is being learned here, it's definitely more focused on you, which makes sense. Like, you're the viewer of the reading, right? This person is not, theoretically. So let's see. For pile number 2, tell us a little bit about my viewer and their energy coming into this connection. Their archetype. We have femme fatale. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Makes so much sense. Like, this is like man-eater energy. Not that you guys are doing that on purpose, but we'll get to it in a minute. Tell us more about their person's energy, please. The Knight. Yeah, I think this person's really sweet. But see, they're the Hermit. This person is very like, I feel they're very kind of like chill and stoic, and they don't really go out a lot. They like to just have quiet time. They could really also enjoy being in nature too. Like, this is a beautiful sort of lake. Theoretically, there's a boat here. Maybe like they have a lake house, so they like to be on the water. There's a sailboat here. I could definitely see that for this person. It almost looks like there's water here as well. But yeah, I think this is a person who's kind of like a hermit. Like, they don't, like, they're more focused on their own, like this card says, their own inner life and solitude and their personal creativity and things versus having to be like really out there all the time. It's almost giving me like an opposites attract sort of vibe, because there's definitely a spark between you guys. So this person has the Knight. This is loyalty, romance, and chivalry, a love of honor. On the shadow side, we have allegiance to a destructive ruler or principle, romantic delusions. Okay. But I feel like just in general, this is going to be a person who comes in and they're very like chivalrous. You know, the King of Cups is definitely an energy of somebody who has a lot of emotions. They may not always outwardly express them, but I definitely think with this Knight coming up here, this person may express their love to you through actions versus through their words, which might be challenging for you guys, because I feel my pile twos that you guys like to communicate, especially with this Pallas Athena here. You might really like to talk about things and verbalize your emotions and your thoughts and all the things, but this person might be more about like acting how they feel versus talking about how they feel. But this is definitely somebody who has a high level of emotional intelligence and maturity to them. They could be a little bit older than you as well with this King of Cups. But I think they're coming in, you know, romantic, chivalrous, honorable. I don't really right now see any red flags about this person. We're going to see as this unfolds. You guys, my viewer, are coming in with this femme fatale energy. This says, highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. On the shadow side, we have inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money, and power. This is a very seductive energy. Like I was getting with this Pallas Athena, you're somebody coming into this connection who, you know, maybe it's almost like a competitive energy. Like I see you, my viewer, as being more of the one acting or initiating in certain ways. Not that this person isn't, because we have Knight energy here, but like this is somebody who's going after what they want. Like this is somebody who knows they're hot, they know they're beautiful, they have needs, and they're going to get their needs met. Okay. But going back to this Nine of Cups, there's something about connecting with this person that's like filling some sort of need for you. And so going back to this debilitated energy, I think where the discomfort is going to lie is that this person, they may not give into this all the time, because I'm getting an energy from this person that they're very mature, like they're emotionally mature, and I feel like this person is really secure in themselves too. They're okay with things just being chill. You know, I feel like they don't like a lot of drama or craziness, you know, not that you guys are any of those things, but because this person isn't maybe like here's what I feel. With this Hermit card, I feel like this person is more focused on their inner life. They're focused on themselves. They're focused on solitude. They're focused on creativity and like their world, right? And so I feel like they're substantive, right? So if you guys are coming into the connection kind of leading with these types of more outward, like physical traits and things like that, they just might not naturally be as responsive to that, because I feel this person is a bit more emotionally substantive. Not that they're not going to find you attractive, but I feel like they're going to want more depth than that. So maybe what you guys are learning through connecting with this person is to just kind of be okay with being, right? Like, you don't have to do all of this stuff to get their attention, because it seems like they are already kind of like there with you. They want substance. You see, like, this talks about dependency. Opens your heart when your dependency is rejected on the light attributes. So I feel like there's just like something about this person when you connect with them that's challenging you to be more dependent, emotionally dependent on yourself versus emotionally dependent on somebody else. Hopefully this is making sense. Okay. Yeah, see, the cat is here in the Queen of Wands. Like, I feel like this is a connection that has a spark, that has a chemistry, but I feel like this is a connection where both people are independent, like working on independence outside of the connection. This person has their own things going on, and I think that they're going to want you to also have your own things going on. Okay? All right, let's continue. Pile 2. Tell us more about this connection. Their next romantic relationship, please. For pile 2. We have love call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. So there's that communication coming up here. So I definitely think there's going to be a lot of romantic chemistry, a lot of spark between you and this person. Quality conversation coming up. Like, maybe you and this person talk on the phone a lot, or FaceTime a lot, or just make sure you're communicating really well. Let's see what else. Show me my viewers' energy. Oops, too many. Hold on a second. Too many. Sorry, guys. Show me the energy of my viewers. We have dating, meeting someone new, dating, getting back out there and planning dates. Yeah, so definitely seems like there's a lot of romantic energy on your side. Maybe you guys are coming into this connection after a breakup too. Maybe it's been a while perhaps since you've been on a date or romantically connected with someone. Let me see their person, please. Show me their person and their person's energy. Ooh, we have engagement rings. See, there's commitment energy here. Yeah, so I definitely feel like you and this person, there's a lot of love here. There's definitely the energy of dating. I do see that this person is wanting like a genuine partnership. It does feel like this person wants substance. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really currently see a lot of red flags. I think that you and this person could potentially go long term. You know, obviously up to you, but. All right, let's take a look. I want to get a little more info about who this person is, and then we're going to close it out for you, group 2. So for pile 2, tell us a little bit about who their person is that they are going to be connecting with next in this relationship. Long term, exactly. This definitely has long-term potential, but let's see. Who is this person, please? We have false flame coming up. Okay. We also have Virgo energy. Makes sense with the Hermit that came up earlier. Hardworking, diligent, modest, and loyal. You see, I feel like this person is just going to be a lot more practical. Like, their approach to this connection is going to be like acts of service, like I was saying before. And I'm wondering if for you guys, maybe the struggle here is, I feel with this Femme Fatale, this Queen of Wands, the Nine of Cups, maybe you guys like a little bit more of like a flashy presentation of how someone feels. Like maybe you guys like gifts, or you like someone to give you money, or kind of those types of items, or just more outward expressions of it that people can see. so that you feel more secure. So I feel like the false flame, here's the thing, guys. You guys may have seen how I feel about twin flames when I had my chat with Erica a few weeks ago. I think that this, maybe you guys feel, I don't know. That is going to be really up to your interpretation on how you feel about the twin flame story. When I see false flame, I think like, oh, we thought this was our twin flame, but it's actually not our twin flame. But depending on how you view the twin flame journey, that might not really be a bad thing. You know what I mean? Because it depends on your viewpoints of twin flames. You know, in my experience, I have not really wanted to stay connected to someone who was a quote unquote twin flame. That's just me. Maybe others of you have different beliefs, and I totally respect that. But this seems like a person that has long-term potential. And I'm wondering if the false flame is more so referring to like your idea of what the relationship is supposed to look like coming into it. Because this is definitely like an opposites attract type of vibe that I'm getting, you know? Definitely an opposites attract type of vibe, but that might pose a challenge for some of you guys in terms of like the chemistry of the connection. But it has the potential to go long term if you guys want it to. And I see that all parties have those intentions of love and connection and commitment, and all the things are here. So I think for you, my viewer, the lesson here, or the challenge that's coming up for you with this relationship, is to kind of like get comfortable with just being. Right? Get comfortable with just being and reflecting and quieting your mind. And I kind of feel like letting this person lead a little bit too, because to me, when I see this femme fatale, this is giving somebody who wants to be in the lead. They're kind of wanting, they're going after something. They're seeking something out. I think that this person wants to be able to show you who they are. Like they want to lead too with the knight. This is somebody who wants to take action toward you, who wants to show you honor and chivalry and loyalty and romance, and they want commitment. They may just have a different way of going about it that's a little bit more grounded than what you guys might be expecting. So I don't know, Pile 2, this is definitely really an interesting dynamic. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments. How do you feel it resonates with you and your situation and your love life? Do you have any idea of who this person is? Let me know. And if you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll be updated when I post the next reading. And I look forward to seeing you there. Bye. Hey, Pile 3, if you guys selected the Fog card, this is going to be a reading all about your next potential romantic relationship. Keeping in mind, guys, these are general readings for entertainment purposes only. And with that being said, let's jump in. So the overall energy for this connection is veiled. We do have Saturn coming up for you, and then we also have conjunction. Okay, I'm going to pull some tarot cards, and then we're going to get into this. And don't worry, guys, we're going to get tons of info with lots of different decks. So let's start off by asking about this connection. So tell us a little bit about this connection, this next romantic relationship coming through for Pile 3. Next romantic relationship for Pile 3. We have the Ace of Cups. Okay. Show me my Pile 3 viewers' energy as it pertains to this connection. The Nine of Swords. Okay. Show me their person's energy as it pertains to this connection. Ace of Pentacles coming through. And we have the Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This, I kind of feel this could be a person that you guys meet at work, potentially, especially with that conjunction card being there, with alliance being the keyword. That was kind of the vibe that I was getting from this. Three of Pentacles definitely could show like coworker type energy. All right, let's see. So pile 3, your next romantic relationship, starting off with our cards here. So with the Ace of Cups coming up, this is definitely confirming that this is a potential connection, right? That can really blossom and grow in love. I do see that there are romantic feelings here with the Ace of Cups, both people recognizing that this is an opportunity for new love to come into your life. There could be feelings of like crush feelings or infatuation. It could be on different spectrums, but rest assured there is potential here to grow this into something really beautiful, okay? What I'm seeing here in the dynamics is that I think you, my viewer, are over here feeling a little bit anxious because with the fog coming up, this could be a situation where you don't really know everything that's going on. You might not know all of the answers just yet. I kind of feel with my pile 3 viewers that maybe this isn't the first time that you felt anxious in a relationship. The 9 of Swords definitely indicates overthinking or worrying, being up at night, kind of just, I don't know, just preoccupied. It could be like a preoccupied attachment style or anxious attachment style. Maybe some of you guys are into that or know about that or know that you struggle with that for some of you. Not diagnosing anyone, obviously. You can always look that up if you want more information on what that means. But, you know, the 9 of Swords, there's definitely anxiety here. And I feel like the anxiety is coming from the fact that, like, you don't know everything yet. This is a new situation. It's a new love opportunity. And right now, things are foggy, right? And I think that that's kind of the case in a lot of new romantic situations. It's a little ambiguous. You're just starting to get to know the person. You might be going out on dates. You might be getting to know them. You don't know them yet, though, and you don't really know what the outcome is going to be in the future, right? So the energy of the fog is really asking you to just wait it out. You know, it's asking you to just kind of wait it out because if you think about it, right, when you drive through the fog and then you try to turn on your lights to see better, what ends up happening? Well, the lights just end up making it worse, right? Because they just blare into those clouds and they reflect back onto you and it doesn't allow you to see anything clear. So you guys kind of like being in this anxious mindset, trying to figure out what's going on, what's going to happen, where's it going to go, it's only going to make things more confusing for you. So I think with the fog, it's asking you to just kind of wait things out and just see what happens, okay? Your person is over here with this Ace of Pentacles. So this person is kind of looking at this connection as an opportunity to invest in something long-term as well. I think that they could be assessing kind of like, okay, this one came out too when I was pulling this one, so we'll talk about that. They could be kind of assessing like whether or not the two of you can work well together, whether you guys are really compatible. You guys may also have some sort of like work or artistic or creative hobby that you share. I do think this person is, like, I can kind of see why they might make you feel a little bit anxious, pile 3, initially, because this person with the 2 of Wands is still figuring out. They're still assessing. It is kind of sometimes an energy of having one foot in the door and one foot out the door and being ready to expand, but not being ready to take action just yet, okay? They're still figuring things out on their end of things. But they do see this as an opportunity to invest more practically in a relationship, okay? This is a good sign because the Ace of Cups talks about that emotional investment, the feelings that are there. The Ace of Pentacles talks about the practical side of things where, like, this is like building a life with someone. But again, both of these talk about potentials. And so without effort, they're always going to just remain these potentials. But they're potentials nonetheless, which is good. So going into these other cards here, I think that your person, like I was saying, I think they're assessing like the compatibility. And I think that you, my viewer, will be doing this too. Because conjunction, the key word here is alliance. I keep feeling like you guys are meeting them in a group, like colleagues, coworkers. Like there's something about you meeting this person in a group of people, I feel. You might be figuring out, like, you know, you think about like in astrology when the planets are conjunct, it's like their energies are kind of layering in with each other. And part of it could have to do with Saturn energy here. Maybe some of you guys have a major Saturn transiting you know, one of your houses of relationships right now, like your 5th house or your 7th house. Could be that going on here as well. Saturn being involved in a literal conjunction in your chart. But I think there's an energy of like trying to understand how the two of you impact each other, right? For the better or for the worse. I feel the key word of being alliance here is good. But the reality is like, I think in the beginning stages of any connection, we're assessing, you know, how well are our energies meshing together? Do we help each other out? Do we lift each other up? Or do we have some sort of toxic mixture here that's not working? For you guys, you might be feeling a little bit of that toxic mixture with the 9 of Swords. But I think a lot of this has to do with your own energy as well and lessons that you're learning. With Saturn coming up here, this card is really basically talking about taking responsibility, right? Taking responsibility for yourself, taking responsibility for the way you're maneuvering through this connection. Saturn is always also asking us to grow up. Right? You guys have a lot of practical cards here. Again, with the 3 of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. Saturn is a very practical energy. It's the dad energy. It's coming around and it's saying, okay, it's time for you to take responsibility for XYZ. I feel like for this pile, this is a time where you're going to be learning to take more accountability and responsibility for your own emotions, right? Because this person, again, this is your next romantic relationship, someone new that you're likely interacting with. They are who they are. You are separate to them, right? So if this situation is making you feel so anxious that you're up all night or you can't function or whatever it is, those are things that you want to ensure you're taking accountability for. You don't want to give your power away is what I'm getting at with that. So let's continue for pile 3. We're going to see maybe there are some red flags that are going to come out with your person as we move forward, but right now I'm not really seeing it. All right, so for pile 3, tell us a little bit about this connection, their next romantic relationship. We have children are important to this connection. We have vulnerability. You can be completely open with this person. We also have obstacles. Unhealed wounds are blocking forward movement. I can definitely see that coming through, especially for you, my viewer, so far. So I feel for a lot of you guys with children coming up, maybe my pile 3 viewers have children or this person has children. I also think with Saturn being here, there could be something about wanting to have children. Because Saturn, it's like serious energy, right? This is serious energy. It's asking us to take our relationships more seriously and be more responsible, not only to ourselves, but to the connection, right? So for my pile 3 viewers, there could be some anxiety here around the topic of children and whether or not you two are compatible on this front. I could definitely see that being the case. I feel like with vulnerability coming up too, something that is also going to be really important is for both people in this connection to just kind of be honest about how they feel, okay? Because vulnerability will help to clear some of the fog, right? Vulnerability is going to help to clear the confusion. You know, you can kind of see the sunlight starting to break through the fog. The more vulnerable and open and honest you can be, the easier it's going to be to see things clearly, is what I'm feeling with that. Because with the 9 of Swords, you know, this is an energy where we're kind of holding it inside and thinking a lot about it and feeling anxious about it, but we're not necessarily confronting it or talking about it. And I feel like for this pile, as you move into this connection, if you choose this path, you are going to have to learn to take responsibility for communicating and being vulnerable with your partner instead of holding it inside. You know, if you're needing reassurance, I think that you're going to be learning through this person to ask for it, when maybe in the past you haven't asked for it. So let's take a look at these archetype cards next for pile 3. Show me my viewers' energy as it pertains to this next new connection coming through for them. Ooh, we have the vampire. Okay. Show me their person's energy, please, as it pertains to this connection. We have the victim. Interesting. So both of you guys are kind of in this like, see, we have like the detective here. So I kind of feel there's like a little bit of like a distrustful energy between the both of you as well, where like both of you are kind of skeptical or really vetting each other. I think both people are really struggling with vulnerability here for sure. Even though there's like a lot of potential, I think part of the problem that I'm seeing is a lack of vulnerability and a lack of opening up about how each of you are feeling. Okay, I feel the vampire is coming up on your end, pile 3, because something about the ambiguity of the situation is draining you. I feel like this anxiety is draining you. This person is over here in victim energy as well, which is interesting. I feel they're just like very closed off, right? They're also trying to preserve and protect themselves. Prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others, playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. I feel like this person is a bit guarded though when I tap into their energy, just like you guys are. Let's continue. This person, I feel, could be coming into the connection with a lot of fears as well. Fears of their own. You know, they have a little bit of this with that 2 of Wands. There's like this little bit of uncertainty on their end too, you know. Let's see, pile 3. Show us the joining energy. Tell us about the next romantic relationship coming in for them. We have the palm tree. Stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, and flexibility. Yeah, see, like, this connection has some semblance of stability to it. It has some sort of growth potential. It has some, like, I like the word permanence, right? Like, this definitely feels like a person that either has been in your life for a while or could potentially be in your life for a while. But I'm drawn to the word flexibility here. Like, I think there's going to be a need to kind of go with the flow a little bit more, or potentially like what's the word I'm looking for? Like, it just feels like there's a lot of ambiguity here. And I think both people are going to need to be flexible and understanding toward each other in order for this to be successful. Show me my viewer and their energy. Okay, so we have addiction coming up. Codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, restraint. Yeah. You're holding yourselves back with this person, pile 3. There's a lot of, like, I think, like with Saturn being here, this is a tougher energy. It's this person, I think, is pushing you to, like, to take ownership of some of these things that have been affecting you in relationships. And maybe this is stemming from childhood stuff. Saturn is father energy too, so it could have to do with that. But I feel you guys kind of holding yourselves back and like overthinking a lot and draining yourself in this situation. Show me their energy. Show me their person's energy, please. Yeah, we have healing heart. Healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships or addiction. See, this is interesting because, you know, your energy, my viewer, is showing up as addiction. Your person is wanting to be free from relationship addictions. So it could be for you guys with this relationship that some of these this preoccupation could really be like triggering your person as well, right? Because they don't want toxicity. They want to feel protected from that. This person, I think, has also maybe recently gone through a tough time, and that could be part of the reason why they're in this Two of Wands energy of kind of being curious to explore, but maybe not 100% ready or certain about like really investing in something right away, right? They're still kind of feeling things out and really trying to suss out how compatible the two of you are. And so part of that kind of indecisive vibe that I get from them, I think is probably what's really making you guys feel that fearful energy, this energy of being anxious or drained, because there's like this element of them being stable, but then there's also this element of the connection being kind of, I don't want to say all over the place, but things are not completely clear. Okay, because I think this person isn't completely clear, and it has to do with them having just recently gotten out of something that they're healing from. Okay, and they're protecting themselves. They don't want to go through that again. So it doesn't even have to do with you completely, pile 3. I think this person is just coming into the situation like healing from another relationship still. But I do think that you guys with this connection are being pushed to really confront some of these things that have been difficult for you in relationships. This person is going to be like kind of illuminating that for you. All right, so tell me a little bit more about this person that's coming in next for pile 3, their next romantic connection. Look at this, you guys. Friend, acquaintance, or coworker. Like, I keep feeling this is a person at work. It's so interesting. All right, tell me more about this connection. Who is this person that's coming in next for pile 3? Oh, we do have soulmate energy. Beautiful. Who is this person coming in next for pile 3? We have the year of the pig. Honorable, philanthropic, determined, optimistic, sincere, generous, and sociable. I feel like that's like kind of the first card where we've gotten some of their personality traits really, you know. Let's get one more. Who is this person coming in for pile 3? We have Gemini. Oh, no wonder you guys feel anxious. I'm so sorry. I'm a Gemini. I have a Gemini Venus. I have tons of stuff in Gemini, so I totally get it. Expressive, adaptable, curious, charismatic, superficial, inconsistent, and indecisive. Those are definitely traits of Gemini on the shadow side of things too. We also do have Taurus energy here as well. So there's a lot of earth energy that was coming through in the tarot, which again, it's like this person has a certain stability, like a stable presence in your life, but there might be just certain things about them that feel a bit inconsistent or indecisive. And I think it has to do with their healing energy. And because of that, I think it's kind of triggering some things within you that you also need to heal, pile 3. So, you know, with these readings, they're general. It just kind of shows you what might be coming toward you. You guys could definitely choose to engage with this person or not engage with them. You have the free will, but it definitely seems like this is a person with soulmate coming up they're coming in to support your soul's growth and learning in this lifetime. And they may end up being somebody who's like a more permanent figure in your life, even if it's not romantic. It could end like forever romantic. It could be somebody that you end up with maybe as a friend with the 3 of Pentacles here. Just depends on how things go, you know. Again, you both have free will to choose. So pile 3, definitely comment below. I'd love to hear from you around like how this resonates and what's been going on for you in your love life. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll be updated whenever I post the next reading. And I do look forward to seeing you there. Bye.